Turn it up. Cut the noise. This is Data and Dissonance, and I'm Artie. 5 minutes, one topic, no panel, no cable news circus, just the rant. And today, we're talking about something that sounds boring until you realize it might shape the future of everything you read, watch, hear, search, buy, believe, and argue about online. Artificial intelligence. President Trump signed a new executive order today on AI and cybersecurity. The basic idea is this: the government wants major AI companies to voluntarily let federal agencies test their most advanced models before those systems get released to the public. Not full-blown mandatory licensing, not some giant bureaucratic handcuff on innovation, at least not yet. But it does create a framework where Washington gets early access to powerful AI tools in the name of national security and cyber defense. And here's where I land on it. I get it. I really do. Because AI is not just some cute little chatbot writing birthday poems and fake movie scripts anymore. This technology is moving fast. It can write code. It can find vulnerabilities. It can imitate voices. It can generate images, videos, arguments, propaganda, scams, and entire fake realities faster than most people can fact check a headline. So, yes, when people say there are national security concerns, they're not wrong. If a powerful AI system can help hackers find weaknesses in banks, hospitals, power grids, military systems, or government networks, then pretending there's no risk is stupid. But here's the other side. Every time Washington says, "Don't worry, this is just voluntary," regular Americans should at least raise one eyebrow, because voluntary has a funny way of becoming expected, and expected has a funny way of becoming required, and required has a funny way of becoming do what we say or we'll destroy you with hearings, investigations, regulations, lawsuits, and funding threats. That's how government pressure works. It doesn't always kick down the door. Sometimes it smiles, asks politely, and stands there with a clipboard while reminding you how much power it has. So the real question is not whether AI needs security testing. It does. The real question is who watches the watchers? Because I do not want China winning the AI race. I do not want hostile foreign powers getting tools that can attack our infrastructure, manipulate our people, or wreck our economy. I do not want some rogue system dropped into the world with zero testing just because a tech company wanted to beat the market by 3 weeks. But I also do not want a handful of federal agencies becoming the unofficial permission gate for speech, search, information, and digital reality. That is the line. And that line matters because the same people who told us for years that misinformation had to be managed, filtered, flagged, buried, throttled, and contextualized are now going to be standing near the front door of the most powerful communication technology ever built. So forgive me if I don't just clap like a seal because somebody put the words cybersecurity and national security on the press release. Those words matter, but they can also be abused. We saw what happened when government pressure met social media platforms. We saw what happened when public safety became an excuse for censorship. We saw what happened when the approved narrative became more important than the truth. And now we're entering a world where the technology itself may decide what answers people get before they even know what questions were hidden from them. That should concern everybody. Left, right, independent, libertarian, doesn't matter. Because this isn't just about Trump. This isn't just about one executive order. This is about the architecture of the future. If AI becomes the next printing press, the next search engine, the next classroom, the next courtroom assistant, the next doctor's note, the next military analyst, the next news producer, the next political filter, then whoever controls the rules controls the reality. And I'm not okay handing that power to Silicon Valley alone. But I'm also not okay handing it to Washington alone. That's the trap. Big tech says, trust us, we're innovators. Government says, trust us, we're protecting you. And the American people are standing in the middle saying, that's funny because both of you have lied to us before. So here's my position. Test the models. Find the cyber risks. Protect the banks, hospitals, power grids, military systems, and regular Americans who don't even know how exposed they are. But do it with transparency. Do it with limits. Do it with oversight. Do it without turning federal access into federal control. And do not let AI safety become the new mask for speech control, because if the machine needs permission before it speaks, eventually the people will too. And that's not innovation, that's a digital leash. America should lead the AI race, no question. We should beat China. We should build the best systems, the strongest defenses, the smartest tools, and the most secure infrastructure on Earth. But we also have to remember what makes America worth defending in the first place. Freedom, open debate, messy truth, the right to question power, the right to be wrong, the right to challenge the official story without being digitally erased by some algorithm wearing a badge. So yes, build the safeguards, but keep your hands off the microphone. Because once government and big tech start deciding what the machine is allowed to say, it won't be long before they decide what you're allowed to think. That's the rant. 5 minutes, one topic, same mission. Speak truth, stir thought. This is Data and Dissonance. And the machine may want permission, but the truth doesn't need a password.
On the screen, everybody's shouting loud, but nobody says what they mean. They sell you fear for breakfast, spin lies by the pound, but truth still has a heartbeat if you're brave enough to sound. So light the fuse, raise your voice.